Hello, trading has closed on April 3rd, 2023. We'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, April the 4th. Please remember my calls can be wrong and trade at your own risk. Today's call was for the pattern with the early high, which is this. Tomorrow should have the early low. I said we almost always follow through to Friday's rally, but if we get down smartly, I could interpret this as the end of the move up, and I was suspicious. Well, we didn't gap down smartly, so there was no call. It's just a reminder of what we said. Tomorrow's pattern should have the early low. Early on, MEJT called for higher prices, but the target was right over here, so we didn't have to go any higher than this. Said that this looked pretty ugly here, but it said this drop wouldn't stick. Said this drop wouldn't stick, and it's already reversed, so it certainly worked here. We are way over the Bollinger Band on the daily chart. It isn't a sell signal in and of itself, but it's an area from which markets tend to reverse at some time. Can't stay there forever. I don't really have a good count for what happened today, but we are right at the top of this channel, and this is an ABC on this leg. Now, if that's the end of magenta C, there's no fib relationship with magenta A. There doesn't have to be, but if there isn't one, I usually assume something else is going on, even though it doesn't have to be. So we have an ABC, we have the top of this channel, but I'm not totally convinced this is over, though this is certainly resistance. We could also go a little bit higher without violating the top of the channel, because the channel is sloping up. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early low. It could still gap up. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour. If it's weak, more weakness follows in days to come. We're at the top of the channel and well over the Bollinger Band on the daily chart. It's an area from which reversals could begin. I just don't have a clear signal we've seen the top of the rally. NASDAQ McClellan Oscillator gave a Bollinger Band reversal sell signal, but if we rally tomorrow, that would probably be invalidated. Now, if we drop right from the open, I can explain it, but I can't say it's required or prevented. So it's, I think we're in an area where you can see tops, but tomorrow's usually a bullish day. If it isn't a bullish day, there's usually early weakness. And we just have to be alert for somewhere in here at top, but I can't say we've seen it yet, and I can't say we haven't. And that's today's call of sorts.